You can call me Ellie. Well, my full name is Eleanor Hayes, but at the patisserie, everyone just calls me Ellie. I'm 28, and up until about 6 weeks ago, my entire world smelled like a dream. Vanilla, rich melted butter, and the comforting aroma of freshly baked sourdough. I was an assistant baker at the Gilded Whisk in Mayfair. It was a tough job, don't get me wrong. 12-hour shifts were the norm, and I had a permanent layer of dough stuck under my fingernails. But I loved it. My life was simple and satisfying. I had a rented council flat in Hammersmith, my trusty bicycle to get around, and the quiet pride that comes from working hard for everything you have. My family, on the other hand, might as well have lived on another planet. My aunt, my dad's sister, married into the Thorntons. If you're from London, you might know the name. They're a dynasty built on old money and a massive portfolio of London properties. And the face of that world? That would be my cousin, Genevieve Thornton. She's what you'd call a luxury lifestyle consultant, a social media it girl. Her life is a curated stream of perfection. She lives in one of those flawless, stucco-fronted flats in Kensington that you see in glossy architectural magazines. Her world is polished, mine is flowered. Then, one chilly Tuesday, a heavy envelope arrived at my door. It was thick, creamy cardstock, and it smelled faintly of tuberose, a scent so expensive it almost made me sneeze. It was an invitation. An invitation to Genevieve's annual summer garden party, a famously lavish affair held to raise money for some rather vague arts and ethics foundation that she chaired. Of course, she followed up with a phone call. "You must come, Ellie darling," she said, her voice so smooth and carefully modulated it sounded rehearsed. "It's important to see how the other half lives. You might even network and find a better job than, scraping flour off a marble counter all day." I had to bite my tongue so hard I nearly drew blood. The way she said it? Genevieve had always treated my work, my passion, as something slightly distasteful. As if baking bread for people was a dirty, unfortunate little job. She saw it as a service for people like her, performed by people like me. But my mum, bless her, insisted I go. "Family is family, Ellie," she told me, her voice firm. "You put on your best dress and you go and show them you're dignified." And I thought about it. I wasn't interested in networking. I didn't want a better job, but I was curious, a morbid kind of curiosity. And maybe, just maybe, I wanted to go to remind them that dignity isn't something you can buy. It's something that's baked right into you from the start. So, the day of the party arrived. I stood on the immaculate pavement of Kensington Square, feeling completely out of place in my best high street dress. It felt like a costume. A security guard, built like a small mountain, gave me a long, slow look up and down. His expression said it all. He clearly thought I was there to work. "Excuse me, miss," he said, holding up a clipboard with an air of immense importance. "Are you with the hired agency? Prestige Placements?" I managed a smile, though it felt more like a grimace. "No," I said, trying to keep my voice steady. "I'm a guest, Eleanor Hayes." He scanned his list with an exaggerated slowness, his finger tracing down the page. Finally, he found it. My name, right at the very bottom, scrawled in a tiny, almost illegible script, as if I were an afterthought. He gave me one last look, a look that clearly said, "You can go in, but you'd better keep to the edges." I took a deep breath and stepped through the heavy iron gate. As it clanged shut behind me, I felt like I was leaving my world behind. The familiar, comforting scent of baking bread faded away, replaced by the heady, overwhelming, and expensive perfume of privilege. I had a feeling this was going to be a very, very long afternoon. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to see what happens next.